Some of the best summer days that I ever had came out of a really unfortunate circumstance. My grandma had very severe surgery when I was in sixth grade. And because of that surgery, she not only almost lost her life, thankfully managed to get by, but at times was literally not expected to live through the night, but she also lost her mobility when she did get out of the hospital. It was a miracle that she was alive, and so, to have grandma, but now in a wheelchair, obviously take that over the alternative. But my mom, my sister, and I had to move in with her for a little while because my grandma needed extra help around the house. And so we did that. And I was really, really fighting it through and through moving because we had just moved into a new house a little bit before that was very, very convenient, was right next door to one of my close friends at the time. And so the idea of moving again for something that I didn't really have any effect over, and also just being self-centered as an 11, 12-year-old, right? Yeah, it was really unappealing to me, and I gave a lot of unnecessary mouth about it. Finished out sixth grade school year, and then in the summer, my grandma needed to go to a bunch of appointments. And I was asked to go with her to help her with transitions from the wheelchair to the car and back around the other way. She would drive to the appointments, but anything that you can't do when you're in a wheelchair, I would do for her. And those days of going to those appointments were some of the best days. Best days of my entire life. Truly. I knew my grandma at that point. I had always loved my grandma very deeply. She was always very kind and giving to me. But I really, really feel like I deeply knew her after that summer. And she was the kind of grandma that, like, when you're in her presence, her first priority is whether or not you're having a good time. She was one of those err on the side of spoiling you grandmas. And so we wouldn't just go to the appointment. We'd nearly always go out to lunch somewhere. No, I'm pretty sure every single time we did. And then sometimes we'd catch a movie or something. Sometimes we'd go to Goodwill and I'd get some toys or something. Yeah, I was 12 years old by that point. Maybe I just got books. I don't know. The point is, we'd go out and do other stuff on the town. And I didn't totally appreciate at the time how great those days were. I had fun, but I didn't just realize how formative they would be to really feel like I had a family member that was really looking out for me. I have a lot of family members that have looked after me in one way or another, but I don't know. I just felt this level of security with my grandma that I truly don't know if I've ever felt with anybody else in my entire life. In exactly the same way. Yeah, she was just always very, very supportive. There were some things, some pretty important things in my upbringing that I feel like I only ever got true emotional support from my grandma on. And I've been more or less honest with the other adults around me as I've gotten older about what those things were and how I felt a little bit let down. And I feel very supported by all the adult family members, now. But I just felt like I never even needed to ask for it from her. There was just an understanding. And man, memories do become the most nostalgic for you when they're shrouded in sunshine. I have great memories from all seasons of the year, right? All throughout my childhood. But man, the summer memories. I don't even love summer more than other seasons. I just feel like summer memories age the best. Just because you automatically have such a pretty picture in your head of that time. And then the emotional fulfillment that you felt at the time of those great memories, that's just gravy on top of it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a good joke to close this one out. I just miss those days.